about, there is another drag show called Dismantle on December 2nd at the Co-op House in Carrboro, and it's also an art auction, so if you create art or know someone who does, please submit. And all the proceeds from that show are going to go to the eventual creation of a free trans health clinic in the Chapel Hill area. What I'm about to do, I'm going to read some poems that I'm going to read again at Dismantle, because Dismantle is also in honor of Trans Remembrance Day, which is coming up at the end of November. So I was doing some thinking, and I found some old stuff that I wrote, and a friend of mine wrote in 2003.
Just kind of quiet down in the back, give some respect. Alright, it'll be great. Good job!
Thank you. I'm really nervous because I've never done this before. But I have done a lot of speaking, and I'm one of the panelists at the Trans 101 workshop that's happening on Monday in Murphy 118. I don't know if we announced that. Murphy 118 at 6 p.m. on Monday. And, okay. And what that is, it's actually basically just a question and answer panel. And one of the most frequent questions I get as a trans person is why? Just why? And so that's what this is. It's not so much poetry, it's just answers to why we're trans, why everything. This was written by my friend Cassidy, Cass, who was in Seattle, and he wrote this in 2003. This is Cassidy's why. Because I felt dirty, feel dirty, because I like it. Because she said she looked sex up in the dictionary and we should try it. Because girls can't get girls pregnant. Because I was a little boy and no one knew it but me. Because of the joy of sex in my mom's underwear drawer. Because when I found it, I didn't look at it. Because my mother wants grandkids. Because I can't think of my parents as sexual beings. Because I wish I could. Because they deserve it. Because I sucked him off and it made me gag. Because he held me down and made me kiss him. Because I get tested. Because she was raped. Because they all were, and I learned to be gentle with that. Because of buzzed heads, rainbow bracelets, patchouli oil, and red wine. Because of cigarettes. Because she can make me laugh during sex. Because of high femmes and the way they intimidate me, the way they secretly turn me on. Because I used to be ashamed that butches made me sweat and groan. Because boys, girls, and everything in between and on top and underneath make me hot. Because I know it's okay now. Because I didn't masturbate until I was 18. Because I do now and enjoy it. Because it makes me grin on the inside to scream in pleasure through thin walls. Because I fell in love in spite of the distance, in defiance of the distance, and it rolls me over and drives me into the ground again and again. Because of vocal inflection, body language, and touch without physical contact. Because I can have any size cock I want. Because I flag left. Because I want to fuck him in the ass. Because I want to feel my balls slapping against his ass like the porno we used to watch. Because I'll never be able to feel it the way they do. Because I heart my boy cunt. Because they flirt with me and feel safe. Because they don't know I can be wild sometimes. Because I moved her across the room with the sheer driving force of my lust. Because my father asked me how lesbians have sex. Because I'm not a lesbian. Because she thought she had to get me high in order to kiss me. Because she said I was doing it wrong. Because I never want to do it wrong ever again. Because I screamed and cried when she went down on me the first time. Because she was angry at me I was so scared to use the bathroom that I peed my pants. Because people say I'm a freak and others love that I mess with their perception. Because of my pronouns. Because even my closest friends mess them up sometimes. Because my parents don't know they have two sons. Because I have scars from biting and back pain. Because it's worth it to me. Because Z rode me like her horse, and I loved it. Because Z let me win, and I didn't know it. Because the seduction of the struggle was worth it. Because later, I wasn't worth it. Because of drag kings, drag queens, gender fucks, gender warriors, gender variants, and gender queers. Because we are fighting a gender war together. Because the war leaves us shining with not only blood and sweat, but the triumph of grins. Because I've experienced small amounts of male privilege and hated it. Because I was never a girl, am now a boy, and am still not a patriarch. Because I can't deny my lesbian history, because it will always be my story. Because I lived through the taunts. Because sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But the sticks and the stones, they came too. And I let them bruise my heart. Because sometimes, fuck you just isn't enough. Because they flirted with my partner when I was holding her hand. Because now they don't. Because I write poetry on paper and on bodies. Because I'm a sentimental schmuck. Because I want chains and leather, and I don't know where to get them. Because I can't take a compliment and mean it. Because I'm fat and I'm not okay with it. Because I'd like to be. Because I don't like to be touched in certain places. Because no one ever asks me if it's okay to touch me there. Because she did. Because I fall hard, fast, and often. Because I'm afraid I'll be alone if I transition. Because I'm afraid no one will touch me once there is stubble on my cheeks and no need for an ace bandage. Because I'm afraid of being visible. Because I'm just fucking afraid. Because I'm real good at not letting on that I am. Because sometimes I just don't know why.